Hey everyone, welcome to my video. This video is going to be a little bit of a trail ride and a quail hunt mixed together. Sorry, there's no really introduction. Our scene is on load, but I have my two cousins with me and good friend Hunter. We have our shotguns, 12 gauges with us, and we're gonna go for a trail ride and see if while we're out trail riding we can find some quail on the road. And if we can, I know you're all saying you guys are road hunting. Well, quail are kind of different, so here we go. Enjoy the ride. You know, guys, every time I'm riding through this area, it's just so unbelievable, beautiful just to be able to ride back through here and take it easy and relax and enjoy the scenery. I mean, like I told you guys in videos before, it'll be so much different once we get some more rain and winter comes, but what an enjoyable little track, to ride on. It's not crowded, it's nice, easy going. It's such an enjoyable ride. So I'll let you guys keep enjoying it as I'm enjoying riding it. So I'm stopping here. You probably see my finger pointing. I have my cousin with me and he's on a dirt bike. So this trail is going to start to get a lot more technical. So we learned in the past, whenever we have someone with us on a dirt bike, that it is best for them to ride in the front. So that's what we stopped for, and here he goes to take the lead. So it's just better for him to ride out in front because he needs to have the momentum to go up hills. He needs to also be able to stop differently than we do on the four-wheelers or quads or ATV or whatever you want to call them. So it's always better to let the dirt bike take the lead. So we just kind of explained to him where we were going, and here we go again. Enjoy the ride. So this is where I told him to stop and wait for us. It's a little cattle roundup area here. We're going to come up here a little bit to a gate, which is funny because here I'm thinking the gate's behind us, but the gate's actually in front of us. So it was kind of a comical moment for us to be talking right there. That's why I pulled off, because also everybody was also saying, hey, there's another bike coming. So I thought the bike was coming in front of us, and the bike ended up coming behind us. There he is, actually, right there. That person on that dirt bike is not with us, just some guy out riding, and we opened the gate for him and let him go through. We also found, well, not found, there's a water hole right here, and that's a good friend of mine right there. He's telling me that he wants to go walk the water hole and see if there's any quail. So this is a kind of a, like I said before at the beginning, it's kind of a mixture of a quail hunt and a trail ride. So yeah, so we decide to kind of go through the gate, and then once again we end up spending time also. See, there he goes with his gun. He's going to go look to see if there's any quail there at that watering hole, while the rest of us go through the gate. So there goes my cousin. He's going to go through the gate. Sorry, the camera's kind of hidden with my bike there. You can't see that there's a gate to the right of us. And then I take a hunter's quad through here. Right there, you see me ride it through. And yeah, then I end up taking my bike through. I hope soon here. Here I come back for it. So, yeah. I talk way too much. I know I'm talking right here. So, pull my quad through. I think we sit here for a little bit. There's my other cousin. She's on her four-wheeler there, ATV. And I think somewhere in the video, I actually see her kind of lay back and put her feet up like, are these guys ever going to get to riding again? And it was really just him right there with a shotgun taking a look to see if we could find any quail. And yeah, so let's hopefully get back to trailing down the road here in a sec. Stay tuned. I feel like we constantly are stopping on this ride to like kind of look and talk about where we're going. We were trying to get down into this like wash area because sometimes there's like little wet spots down there, like little watering hole kind of areas. Like I'm meaning like a water puddle size. So we were hoping maybe we could get down there and find, because that's where quail would be. And once again, like I said earlier, we're trying to make this a quail and a trail ride. So we're trying not to be too bad about stopping. But I just think it's comical that we stop so much and talk. And I'm a talker, guys. You guys probably go, why doesn't this guy talk more in his videos? You don't want to get me started. I would talk the whole time. I would probably never stop talking. And my good friend that's with me, Hunter, man, we both can talk, and that's us talking probably right now. The other guys are my two cousins are probably going, is these two going to stop talking so we can get going? But yeah, we eventually, I'm sure, stop talking here and we start moving again. But we just like to talk. So it's, yeah, I don't know what to say about that other than we like to talk way too much. So let's hopefully get back to moving here on the trail. So this is us taking a wrong turn here, which is kind of crazy that this happened. So I'm trying to make a long story super short here. So we turn wrong here, and we have to, spin back around to go down the other trail. If we would have kept going up to that trail, it would have just took us the wrong way than we wanted to go, maybe for another day. So we come back down here. We meet back up with the other two riders. Now, my cousin, she actually right here is talking to us about riding over a log and getting the log stuck. But if you looked, she had her hat on. So we take off riding down here now. So remember that spot right there? We get so far up here, and she somehow lost her hat. Like her hat fell off her head. So she ends up, when we get up here to stop a ways, it's going to be a ways before we stop, we say, well, we're going to look around for some quail. So we tell her, well, do you want to, you had your hat there, you must have lost it somewhere between the spot we're at now to that spot that I just said where we just missed the turn. So she rides all the way back and finds her hat, which is good. But then on the ground, she finds this little piece of rubber hose, probably about 18 inches long, maybe 20 inches long, of this little rubber hose. I mean, I'm talking small, little, I don't even know what size to say the hose is, but it's a small little rubber hose she finds. And we end up needing that hose later, so it was just crazy that she lost her hat and had to go back and find it. So stay tuned to explain what we end up using that little rubber hose for, because it was kind of crucial to us getting back. So keep watching. So this is where we stop, like I said, and we decide to, look around for some quail, and this is where my cousin heads back and she finds the little piece of hose. So yeah, I just want to kind of explain what we were doing, stopping there. And also there's that other bike rider that just came zooming by. It's funny that we saw him again. He seemed like a nice guy, though. Well, I assume he was a guy. He never took off his helmet, but when he said thank you, it sounded like a man's voice, so I'm just going to say he was a guy. So, yeah, I don't know why I had to say that. Just being silly, I guess. But, yeah, so we sit here for a while and look for some quail. She heads back, finds her hat, finds a little rubber hose, and let's keep going, and I'll explain what happens. I don't know if I keep filming or if I end up having that we just jump to the scene that explains the hose. We'll see. So after standing there for all that, I actually believe the camera died off there, and I didn't have the footage from there to here. This is a whole nother spot. We probably rode like another 2 miles, and we came to a dead end, and we had to backtrack. Well, we found out that my cousin's dirt bike wouldn't run anymore. Like, it just stopped. So we checked the gas on it, and he had not enough gas to keep it running. So this whole little segment here is really of us siphoning gas with that little bitty hose that my other cousin found, and using that to put gas in a water bottle and then put it into his dirt bike. So it's kind of funny how things happen when you're out and about, because we would have had to either ride all the way back to the vehicles, which would have been maybe 12-mile ride back, and then obviously a 12-mile ride back to his dirt bike, so 24 miles round trip just to get gas. So what was the chances that she would have just found that little rubber hose, going back to get her hat, and then also she had to lose her hat to even go back to get her hat to even find the hose. It's just some people wonder sometimes if there's another higher power, which I believe there is. I won't get too religious with you, watching out for us, but that is just so crazy to think how this ended up, and it helped us out for the day. So, yeah, keep watching, and we'll get back to the trail. So this is us after the whole gas incident. We ended up riding pretty long ways. We actually did some really technical hills, even though we have another hill coming up here that I wish we would have had the other ones filmed also, but maybe I should check the batteries in the camera. So, oh well. Camera died from sitting there. That took us a while when we were doing all the gas siphoning, and I didn't realize I had the camera running the whole time. I didn't show all that footage because you guys would probably fell asleep by now. So here we are headed back on the trail. We end up coming to a pretty good steep hill here, and yeah, you just keep watching and see, and I'll talk to you guys in a sec. So my cousin on his dirt bike was in the lead here, and he actually didn't make it up the hill that you can't see yet. So Hunter goes and takes the other side of the hill up to go get around the front of him, because we need to help him push the bike up the hill. And which nobody realized at this moment was that he actually has asthma, and he was starting to have a slight asthma attack. So it wasn't that he wasn't strong enough to get his bike up the hill or anything like that. He was actually having some asthma issues. So I'm glad we did ride up there to help him get his bike up the hill. So I push, you see Hunter come down right here to help grab the front of it. And yeah, we help him get the bike up there. And don't worry, guys, nothing bad happened. We had an inhaler with us, and it was he was better, really soon. So it was nothing to worry about. So yeah, so that was a good thing. So I ended up riding up the hill here, and then like I said, my friend Hunter's already up there. My cousin, she comes riding up behind me, and she gets up the hill just fine. He forgets that I actually have the camera running here. He's actually giving me a hard time there. Like, why didn't I go up his side instead of coming up behind him? So, yeah, don't have an answer for him there. But he ends up coming over here and stepping in front of the camera, and I kind of give him a hard time. Like, do you know you're putting your whole body in front of my camera? And then you guys can see what he does here. We end up not having footage on the ride back, which is kind of funny. So here we are already back. Hunter didn't come back with us. He actually, at that spot where he was being silly, he decided he wanted to stay and hunt for some more quail. It was already like, I don't know, like noon right now, maybe 12:30. I was getting hungry. I didn't bring no food. I need to start doing that. So we just end up loading up and getting the bikes loaded up, me and my two cousins, and we end up heading out to get some food. We end up getting some good grub on the way home. But yeah, and then I get actually a text from Hunter, and probably not even 30 minutes, like right when I'm getting ready to pull out here to leave to hit the road to go back, and he gets a quail. I'll probably drop that in real quick here and let you guys see what it looks like. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. Keep the powder dry, and we'll see you next time on the trail. Arizona Kid out.